Okay, so I'm in the process of getting myself something called Arcane Primary Charger. Arcane Primary Charger, for those who don't know, is an arcane that came about with the refreshing of the arbitration rewards. So, for those who don't know about that, basically arbitration rewards are going to come a lot faster, and you're probably going to end up getting a lot more endo from it because there's more waves of rewards instead of like a 10-minute say survival mission giving you only one reward. 10 minutes will give you 2 rewards, so basically doubling the amount of times you get a reward from the arbitrations. And they also added some new things, most of which are probably useless, one of which is the single worst aura in the game, and then of course there's Arcane Primary Charger. What Arcane Primary Charger does is on a melee kill, in fact I could actually have a look at it, we'll actually just completely jump the gun and spoil the surprise because there is no surprise anyway. Primary Charger, of which I have 2 at the moment. On melee kill, you get up to 20% chance to get up to 200% extra primary weapon damage. That includes shotguns, that includes rifles, bows, whatever is considered a primary weapon, for 8 seconds. Extra damage, okay? And as you may have already noticed, I am using Arcane Rage. I'm gonna have a go at using Arcane Rage as opposed to Arcane Guardian. I'm still using Arcane Energize because that's super duper good, but Arcane Rage seems to be sort of the light version, but at the same time it might actually be an easier to use version because this one only requires a headshot, doesn't require a headshot kill, where Arcane Primary Charger requires a melee kill. Arcane Rage only requires a headshot. And then I get a 10% chance on that headshot. So basically one out of every 10 headshots will give me 120% extra damage to primary weapons. So instead of 200%, it's 120% for 16 seconds. So it's double the duration. So I suppose in the long run, this might actually be a little bit stronger. 120% damage on primary weapons for 16 seconds as opposed to 200% damage for 8 seconds. Just as a damage over time, cumulatively speaking, that Rage would be stronger, but it does have 10% chance to proc as opposed to the Arcane Primary Charger. But again, Arcane Primary Charger requires a melee kill. So, you can kind of weigh it, but I would call this like Arcane Primary Charger light, but that's just me. Anyway, I've been yammering on for about 2.5 minutes. Let's get into some demonstrations. So first off, we're just going to go up against some level 100 corrupted heavy gunners, and we're actually going to keep them paused so that we can have a look at the rate in which I am able to get Arcane Rage to actually happen, to proc, I guess. So you just have to do a headshot, and 1 of every 10 headshots, because there's a 10% chance, will net you that arcade. So let's see if we actually get it at all. We should be able to, well, we might get it if we, didn't just, there we go, there it is. So now, instead of taking 3 shots or 3 arrows to kill these level 100 corrupted heavy gunners through headshots, I'm able to do them in 2 shots, and that actually makes a huge difference. Essentially, like, it is effectively a 150, oh sorry, it is essentially a 50% damage increase. You know what I mean? Instead of taking 3 hours to kill something, I'm now taking 2 hours to kill something. It's a lot more efficient. Let's do it one more time so that we have a good idea as part of the scientific process where you test something and then of course you retest it to make sure. Sometimes I do end up killing these corrupted heavy gunners in 2 shots, but sometimes if it's just nothing but orange crits, it's 3 shots. Now, still takes 3 shots actually. So I guess it doesn't make too big of a difference. I still have to revolve around getting those headshots, and obviously if I take my sweet ass time trying to aim, then that's going to be a bit of a problem. That one managed to get it, so that's good. So yeah, we were able to get it a handful of times. Now what I think actually might be an advantage is if I use a shotgun bow such as Tigris Prime. Tigris Prime, as for those who don't know, is essentially a Tigris bow, i.e. it's an impact-based bow, but it shoots a variety of arrows. Now I am using the same build that I am using from the previous Tigris Prime shotgun bow build, video, so I am... Wait, no I'm not. Hang on, did I change it? I may have changed it. Yes, I actually changed it recently, but I'm actually going to continue using the same shotgun bow build from the previous shotgun bow video, simply because I think it is a lot stronger than using Prime Shred. And in one foul swoop, we managed to get Arcane Rage, just like that. Now, we don't necessarily get it with every single volley of our arrows, but as you might notice, it seems, maybe, question mark, maybe, yeah, it seems to be happening a lot more often when I'm using a weapon that has as much multi-shot as Cernos Prime. Like every 2-ish, 3-ish, every 3-ish volley of my arrows gave me Arcane Rage. And that appears to be, that would make sense, because it's essentially every time you do a headshot, doesn't matter what you're headshotting with, whether it's the primary arrow or whether it's the secondary auxiliary arrows that fly with that primary arrow because your bow is Cernos Prime. As long as I get a headshot, every headshot that I do, of which I am doing 6 headshots, each headshot has its own individual 10% chance of getting Arcane Rage, and I only need one of them to proc Arcane Rage, so sometimes it works. Obviously, whoa, I completely missed, I don't know how that happened. Sometimes it doesn't work. That time it worked. I got one of them. We're keeping a close eye on the Arcane Rage timer. Happened again. So as you can see, it looks like, based on this not at all scientific experiment, from our observations, we can see that Cernos Prime might actually be a lot more effective at getting something like Arcane Rage to proc, which actually could make this a lot better at using this arcane. So naturally, it would stand to reason that a weapon that has a lot of multi-shot would be really, really effective at using Arcane Rage. So to finish this video, we're actually going to try it out with Tigris Prime. Tigris Prime, of course, has a lot of pellets. That's kind of why it's really, really strong. Plus, it's slash-based. Anyway. Well, yeah, that definitely did it. How about this one? Yep, that also did it. Yep, that also did it. Yep, that also did it. Of course, we're also firing 2 volleys, so we're essentially firing 20 pellets with every click of the button. Yep, that did it. Oh, plus there's multi-shot, so I'm actually firing, I want to say 40 pellets? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think with 120% multi-shot, that means an extra 12 pellets, yes? From Hell's Chamber. Actually, we'll have a look at the build real quick. But because I'm firing 2 volleys, I'm potentially firing just so many bullets that, in theory, 2 of them are getting Arcane Rage to proc. And that's more than enough for me! You only need 1. You only need 1. What is the multi-shot? 120% multi-shot. Do I have any additional multi-shot? Oh, I do. Well, that's hilarious. Oh, I do. 60%, so that's 180%, which means, assuming that there are 10 pellets in a shot in Tigris Prime, that means that there's 18, which means I'm firing 36. Wait, sorry, hang on. 118. That means 28. Okay, quick math. I'm firing 56 pellets, which means every time I fire Tigris Prime whilst having Arcane Rage on, there are, in theory, 5.6, but let's say 6 pellets rounded up. 6 pellets that are giving me Arcane Rage. So if you happen to be using Tigris Prime or some sort of a shotgun, Arcane Rage is probably really, really good for you. Although for a weapon like Tigris Prime, you probably don't need it, because Tigris Prime is always considered to be an absurdly strong weapon. As you can see, you can just one-shot everything. But that's more because of the amount of slash procs that this weapon does, but that's the Tigris Prime thing. Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Otherwise, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more WarFrame content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Still with Corinth. I actually like Corinth more than I like Tigris Prime. I just find Tigris Prime to be boring. Potentially controversial statement. Yep, that did it. That did it, that did it, that also did it. Yep, that did it, that did it, that did it. Yeah. So again, if you have a really, really high multi-shot weapon like Cernos Prime, you might want to use that as opposed to Paris Prime. In fact, I might want to use that more than Paris Prime. Otherwise, use a shotgun, because you'll be able to get it real easy. Or use a high fire rate weapon like Super Vandal. Yeah. Anyway. Bye.